Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
what's up?
What's up? Good evening to everyone already inside Twitch chat. Thank you all for coming out on time because, as we all know, the teams don't do that. But thank you all for hopping by. It is the AsiaFortress Cup Season 14 lower bracket semi-finals for the Div 1 bracket. And tonight it's going to be Luminaire against R%%. The Koreans are playing tonight. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We are going to be on a Hong Kong server, so pings are going to be relatively about the same, with a couple of them having quite slightly higher ping, but still alright, for generally everyone. We'll go through the rosters right now. For the side of Luminaire, it is going to be Daylight on Medic, we've got Tibet on Demo, Harsh and Baxter are your Pocket and Roma, and of course the two scouts are going to be Carrick as well as Sinky. For the side of R%%, we've got Rui and Litraj on Scout, Naver as well as Ban on Pocket and Roam, Konma is going to be the Demo, and of course Ifan is going to be the Medic. So once again, Killed, please give us the lowdown on the teams.
Well, looking at the names on paper, this match could be a roll, right? But in this case especially, name value doesn't necessarily tell the entire story. Because R%% are special in that individually their players aren't considered the best DM or game sense wise, but as a team their natural coordination and cohesion with each other has definitely allowed them to even reach playoffs to begin with. Most of you will know that R%% is the next iteration of last season's Division 2 champion A%%. And like TCF in the past, they've slowly improved and toiled away as a core. So who knows whether like TCF in the past, they'll make grand finals. But their win condition definitely lies in their solid teamwork and coordination with each other. Of special note is definitely Ifan, the most recent addition, adding a bit of spice to this core. Whether that's for the better or for the worse, no one really knows. But I'm really excited to see them play and see whether they've evolved as a team since the beginning. Because they did get rolled last week. Admittedly, Ifan wasn't playing with them. They got rolled 6-1 and 5-0 by Xiao. Thinking about it now, they at least got one round, which is better than TCF yesterday.
Oh, snap.
Also, Konma is replacing Lego for this match because Lego has 150 ping, but it should be alright. So really excited to see them play. The Koreans, on the other hand, you have a really star-studded roster, especially with God Scout Shocky, which is Carrick. You have an amazing soldier duo of Starkey and Baxter on Pocket and Roma, respectively. There's also a good mix-up of up-and-coming talent with Sinky and Tibet. A bit weird that you see Daylight, historically a Roma, a really good Roma, but he's on Medic for some reason. Probably some roster weirdness, whatever. But at least in spirit, it's definitely very similar to past Koreans in the sense that their win condition is always their fast and hard and aggressive play style that is always boiled down to every single player of this caliber committing to the push, committing to a push, and they just pop out rounds. They did get 2-0 by TCF last week, but it was a pretty relatively close affair. Should be a fun match regardless. All these players are at a super high caliber, especially Shocky, the Scout Kark. I'm really excited to see what he brings up. So yeah, gonna be hopefully a fun and exciting match. Yeah,
definitely looking forward to see what they are going to be able to do. They are playing on somewhat equal grounds because of the ping. They are using a Hong Kong server, of course. And yeah, they've been given the green light, so we're just gonna wait for them to ready up. There was a slight delay because one of their players overslept for the side of R%%, but he's in here.
It's alright.
Yeah, he's in here. He's all ready to go. Everyone's in the server. I think we may have a couple AFKs. Baxter's just standing there reloading. Carrick's standing about. But we should be able to start soon.
Should probably start soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, what do you think? What's gonna happen?
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, same too.
I haven't been following these players, but of course there are familiar names that I am well aware of. There's Konma having a smiley face sticky trap set up. But I think I'm actually going to say that the Koreans might make it though.
Probably.
Yeah, it may be a close fight, but I think that the Koreans have my bet.
Yeah, probably. You'd probably tilt the match towards the Koreans regardless. The wildcard factor of Ifan might be what's able to push R%% over this. Like, they might be able to make it a close match.
Yep.
Well, as long as it's a close match, I think we're all happy. We're all Gucci.
That's
so.
Just want those close matches, of course. Once again, for those of you who are just only joining us, a very good evening. Welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 14. It is the lower bracket finals for the Div 1s, and it is going to be Luminaire facing off against R%%. On the panel, you have myself as well as Killed, and right now we're just going to wait for the teams to start playing. I realize we haven't talked about the map pool for the night. It is going to be Gullywash, followed by Process, and the tiebreaker map is going to be Snakewater. So those are going to be potential three maps of the night. Otherwise, it's just going to be Gully and followed by Process. Based on your past knowledge, do you think either team will have any sort of advantage on any of these maps?
I haven't been doing much homework, but last week in both of their matches, they both lost Gullywash.
Oh.
So I'm not really sure who has the upper hand. On one hand, R%% got 6-1 by Xiao, and on the other, actually, even though the Koreans lost this map, they lost it in a golden cap to TCF. It was 2-2, and then they lost the golden cap 3-2. So I guess empirically the Koreans have a slight advantage on this map, but who knows, really.
Yeah, just gonna have to wait and see. Just waiting for them to ready up. Once again, you know, iFun is gonna be. I've said this many times, but the names always tick me off. So just go through really quickly the Korean teams. Their names are as you see on the screen, but we've got Rui, Letraj, N4 is gonna be Naver, Neptunia is gonna be Ban, Konma is Amnok, it's just Konma reversed, and of course NASA supercomputer is just iFun. So match is gonna be going live. Gonna follow Konma for his rollout this time around. Fairly standard demo stuff, just jumping up through the balcony, making his way through choke, and we'll see who reaches there first. It does look like it's going to be Konma, with Tibet reaching slightly later, but he's going to start that spam as we speak. So only going to be jumping really far forward. Baxter and Harsh just straight away going down across onto the other side of the map, and we are going to immediately start seeing players dropping down. N4 as well as Baxter are going to be the first two players down for this mid fight, and Harsh is just going to be jumping and wiggling his way up top, getting scattershotted out of the sky. And Carrick is just continuing on with that carnage.
There's a big flank by Ben coming in. He takes down the medic.
Oh no.
Wow.
Coming up from that
medic
drop
down on the side of Koreans, yeah.
Daylight.
So it all comes down to whether Red Team can actually keep the medic alive. And Ben coming back through the drop down, he actually takes down the demo man once again. Huge impact. Soldier bombs in yet again, trying to get onto iFun. Is he gonna get a pick? No, he gets shut down by Konma. He's just tossing out the
Konma with the taunts after getting off those people. Oh boy, and they're gonna be able to grab this midpoint. So it was a bit messy right there. We got a lot of players flying all over the place. Yeah. But in the end, the R%% players are gonna come out on top with a very, very sizable Uberad.
Yeah, really strong mid coming up from them. They played the slow game. Eventually, they managed to capitalize with Ben coming up through the drop down, managing to get a crucial pick on the medic and the demo man. Now they're gonna be pushing into last, facing a full Uber disadvantage. The Koreans are. They're gonna be setting up with off classes of a Pyro and a Sentry. A bit slow though. The Sentry is still gonna be on level 1, maybe level 2. Let's see how they approach this push. If they don't beef it, it's gonna be 1-0.
Yep, there's going to be a sniper coming down from Harsh, and Konma's going to take down the sentry almost immediately. Baxter trying his very best to push all those players away. Spots the medic, the Uber does fade, and there's going to be people standing on the point already. Solly's going to be right there. Scouts hiding about inside the secret area. Rui.
Oh!
That's going to be iFun down. Rui just comes in scattered.
But somehow they're still making this push work. Whoa, how did they win? Konma caps it off. Wow. Baxter kind of misplayed that. Konma was like 20 HP. If Baxter just stood on the point, his scout was respawning, they would have definitely stopped the cap. Really a messy push. They didn't get much of the Uber, but somehow the messy play afterwards, I'm not really sure who went off or who beefed it a bit, but in the end the end result is the same. They managed to get off that round 3 minutes in.
Mid-fight going to be on the way once again. We see the scouts coming up onto that midpoint already, as will the Solis start jumping clean across the map. Baxter going to get caught out underneath. The splash damage too strong, going to get taken down. Bard going to be down below as well, going face to face against the other scout. The other Soli spots the medic, jumps up, tries to finish him off, but the scout, yeah, there you go, comes in, finishes him off right there. 5 players up for the side of the Koreans and 3 players up for the side of R%%. They're just going to have to back up to last, but the medic is still alive.
They're actually holding River right now. They could actually get caught out by the aggression of the Koreans. They might be a bit overextended. If one of their scouts just ran through lobby, might be able to catch the combo of R%% off guard. But it does look like they want to contest. They're gonna be trading Ubers onto this point.
Huge milk coming out from the Koreans. they're just going to be able to push them all the way back in. They're still shiny. Baxter going to be coming in from lower lobby. Spots the scout splash damage once again. If you're going to finish him off, we got the Demoman Conma watching the back, trying to set up those sticky traps. But Baxter is smart. He's a smart boy. He's not going to walk through.
Is he going to walk through? Oh, he isn't.
He's just going to stay there. And it does look
They
like
actually
Chris want to
still
go
committing to
straight
this.
through. Baxter.
Are they going to kill the medic?
Baxter just walked straight in. That is going to be iFun down. Sinky's going to be able to finish him off. Conma just standing his ground on that point. Carrot going to get taken down. Baxter not too long after. Kosh, the only one alive. What is happening? The Koreans just crumbling on this last point push.
He might try to go for a back cut. Well, that's everyone there. He gets air shot by Ben. Huge DM coming out from the soldiers. But yeah, that's the classic Korean aggression, and as you can see, it didn't really work out in that case. They all decided to push right in off of a one-player advantage, and they were successful in the beginning, picking off iFun, but couldn't convert. They dropped every single player, and now they're facing a slight Uber disadvantage.
Yep, so Ubers, looks like they're just going to be able to grind it out.
They're gonna push in!
They're just going to go with a dry push. iFun's going to be really low. He may get caught out in that banana. You got some shiny players about. No shiny, sorry, my bad, but... Yeah,
No,
the
it was a
100% players, they're just getting cleaned up right now. Baxter coming in from behind. He has his sights on the medic. iFun may be in a lot of trouble.
It's not gonna get out.
Baxter is just trying his very best to jump all the way through, but where is... yeah, there you go. iFun just gets cleaned up by the scouts with Baxter making his way all the way to the last point already. Spots Demoman, Conma, trying his very best to just keep everyone at bay, and they've got a sentry going up right now. Maybe they might want to try go for no, maybe no. Yeah, they're not gonna go for any pushing.
They're probably just gonna wait still. They're gonna build up this Uber. They do have a pretty hefty Uber advantage, but a really weird play coming out from R%, trying to dry push in 6v6, and they're pushing into the defenses of the Koreans. So a bit of an odd play, probably a weird iFun call. He probably saw something, didn't quite work out. Now they're gonna be facing Uber disadvantage, holding their last.
Yeah, the Koreans are trying to grind it out as fast as they can, but as is iFun, and they're actually almost closing the gap. If they can kite that Uber long enough,
it's not a big gap.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to pop that Uber and counter push into them. But they've got a pyro as well, so that's gonna really delay that Uber.
But they're
push.
just gonna hit straight right in. The Koreans. They're popping in, popping on the scout. The demo man Sinky. Let's see what you can do with this Uber.
Yep, Sollies are just
Not
coming flying
much
across.
right now.
Carrick gonna be right there trying to land those scatter shots, running around inside the secret spots. The sentry gun. Sentry's still up and well though. Rui sentry taking out so many people. Daylight
still
included.
alive.
Oh my goodness, 3 players down for the side of the Koreans with Baxter standing on the point, but the sentry's gonna be right there.
The sentry is still right there. Really well played by the medic, especially iFun, building up that Uber, knowing that that Uber disadvantage wasn't as big if he just built that shit really hard. And so they just popped off that Uber. Also, Rui's sentry gun just couldn't go down, and thus they just held off that push. The medic surviving in the process.
Easy second and point, and second is going to be theirs. The Koreans are still holding on to that midpoint though. We've got Baxter making his way to the front lines. Harsh is going to be at the drop down, so I want to see if he's going to be able to get some sneaky forces. They're going to make their way through to the choke, but Harsh, very, very patient, still waiting for them to push forward. But I don't know if they know he's there. They're just trying to grind up this Uber before they decide to walk on through.
They
choke.
look like they want to push with this very slight Uber advantage. Harsh is still in choke, but Konma with the heads up play just picks him off with a sneaky little trap. They actually pop off the Uber anyway. They're gonna get the Carrick pick. And let's see whether they can actually force out Blue's Uber. If they can just trade for the point, I think that's a pretty good deal. They didn't lose anyone in the process. Blue team has their Uber. They're just gonna try and push into Red. But of note is that there's still 2 players down. It's gonna be 4v6. So even if they push in with Uber, it's gonna be very questionable. So let's see if they actually want to commit to the push.
Yep, you already see the opposite sim players holding really far back. You know, they're well aware that they don't have the Uber charge, but they are gonna start grinding it out. The Koreans, man, if they want to do anything with this at all, they need to hold on to that Uber. But we've got someone underneath the ramp barrier. That's gonna be Ban.
Going through drop down.
And he's going to be taken down. There you go. Baxter going to make his way slowly forward. They do spot the sticky set by Conra. And the Scout's going to be right there. And they just...
Oh, look at the combo of Luminaire. They're actually just trying to push into the opponent's second with that Uber. It's just Sinky versus the world. But the rest of Blue Team just flooding in through choke. They're going to get onto iFun. They get the medic pick. Wow, that's a really aggressive play. And this is one of the instances where it actually worked out. Oh, have I spoken too soon? Daylight could get caught out. Sinky actually goes down. And Daylight looks like he's going to get caught out. He's going to die. That's it.
No, Daylight juking about. Somehow still surviving. 29 health. Conma.
He actually goes down.
Finally finished
But
the job.
Shocky is here. He's probably gonna get a demo pick. Yeah, cleans it up.
Can he clean up the Solly as well? No, but the other Solly is going to be right there to help him finish the job. So they do cap this midpoint, and they do lose their medic in the process though. So iPhone's going to have that pretty sizable Uber at potentially 45%. No, 32. Not building it up. Finally links up with the rest of his team, and Daylight's going to spawn in pretty much about 40% Uber at for the side of R%. And this should allow them to slowly make their way into
But
mid.
they're gonna go in. They're just gonna go in, dry
through,
push without
yeah.
any Ubers. It's very uncharacteristic of either team, just trying to go in without any Uber advantage, just going in off of really tiny, small little things. So really interesting to say the least.
Barn gets cleaned up. The players for the side of Luminaire actually, they got a couple of them behind.
There's two
them.
behind.
Yeah. So like Baxter and the Scout are behind them. Right as we speak, Baxter making his way through choke right now, potentially going to be able to get a force or even a
Do
drop.
they know that they...
Spots the Scout, there you go, Later Archer goes down. Carrick picks up N4. They're stacking on mid.
What a pipe! Koma actually hits a really nice air fight onto Tibet, but generally a really good play, but action is still going on. They're trying to get into Ifan, trying to see if they can get the medic pick to equalize Ubers. Sinky goes in, gets dropped down. Harsh is really low HP, goes down, but Shocky coming in through the back lines. He doesn't really hit the shots. Ifan with that spinny movement, he manages to dodge all the shots of Karek, and in the end, despite the messiness of the entire play, Uber's advantage in the hands of R% once again.
They're going to be able to hold on to that 52%. Daylight is going to be spawning in and trying to grind his Uber out as well, trying to keep his teammates
They're trying to
buffed and
contest?
healthy. Yeah, they're trying to contest this apparently. Tries to arrow Baxter, but Baxter is going to be in a world of hurt. Solly drops in, and the arrow from Daylight is going to be able to finish Barn off.
It's somehow working out for the side of the Koreans. They actually pushed in 5v6, but now it's suddenly a 4v6 on the side of the Koreans. And they're still going in. You see Karek on the drop down. And the rest of the Koreans, this relentless aggression, they're just coming in. They're gonna take the mid for free. They take down commands, they take down that soldier. And they're still going. They're still going.
Harsh is trying to single out those forward spawners. Solly going to jump up top. Inside River, gonna get that health pack. Two scouts are gonna start rushing them. The medic Daylight is gonna get taken down!
Wow, really messy TF2, but exciting to say the least. Rui somehow manages to pick up the medic in that precarious situation. But the Koreans don't care, they're still pushing on to second. It's actually a 4v5 to the favor of R%. They're trying to fight this.
Splash damage gonna come out from Barn, and Baxter can't move forward because Konma's gonna be right there. Tries to jump out, 51 health, splash damage. There you go, finishes him off from Neighbor. And that is gonna be 2 players down for the side of the Koreans with just 4 people up. They've got heals at the front line, but they are gonna be at a slight red. They don't have the Solly, they don't have the Demo Man. And this is potentially gonna be an easy mid for the R% players. And they are gonna have Uber in about 20 or so seconds. And it's, yeah, they may get second easy as well.
If this was any other match, I'd say this team would probably stalemate right now. They have a slight Uber advantage, but it's probably not worth pushing on. But are they gonna go for it? This has been a very chaotic match. Every team has been so eager to push off of the tiniest of advantages. I'm actually kind of surprised that R% decide not to, but that's fine. They have the midpoint, they have a 1-round advantage. Granted, it's not big, but
pop the Uber really early.
they're going in anyway.
Yep.
Changed my mind.
Neighbor jumps up top, but they are gonna have that Uber to counter push them. Neighbor's gonna jump in, try to get the force.
Baxter in the back lines.
Yep.
He doesn't take down Ifan, but he actually took down Koma just now. Somehow, Neva, I think, got the counter pop onto the Daylight. So they're just gonna be pushing it to mid right now, 5v4.
Dry push coming in. Ubers are gonna be faded. Rui denying those jumpers, and that's gonna be Harsh getting taken down. Rui once again just mouse one and walking forward. Demoman eating quite a lot of damage himself. Tibet is going to be really low, but the medic's going to be right there to bring him back up. You're going to see Ifan eat a bit of spam as well, but he's going to be fine. And Tibet just trying to toss those pipes across the map. Baxter jumps into their faces. Once again, another solid duo under the point. 4 health. I don't think he can do anything. Neighbor has to reload.
None of them are going down yet.
Baxter should be... What?
Still none of them are dead. Okay. Neighbor finally picks off Baxter, and the end result of that messy, really messy TF2 fight, this messy Asian fight, is that they're gonna be pushing into Luminaire second. Probably gonna take it for free. Maybe gonna see a lull in the action for once.
Yep, so there's...
Unless they want to contest 4v6.
They're just gonna come walking out from Riverside.
They do have Ubers, but really risky play coming out from the side of the Koreans. They could potentially wipe here if things go bad.
Uber comes up just in time for the Koreans. You're gonna see Neva jumping out.
Look at Ifan. He actually popped his Uber, but they decide to back out.
Yeah.
Really questionable. They were actually fighting 4v6.
Probably just gonna be another reset, but Harsh comes jumping straight down, and iFun is just juking about on that
Juking
point,
around.
still surviving. Konma and Ruby are gonna get taken out. Neva not too long after. Sinky's still on this point, it's still out for more blood. The scatter shots are gonna find its mark, and iFun is still gonna make it out alive somehow.
Yeah, iFun against all odds decides to make it out alive, but the Koreans played that super well. Against all expectations, another team would have just stayed by and just held their last and played it safe. Might they decide to push out 4v6 trade Ubers, and they push them all the way back to the last of our percent. So, you know, really aggressive play that actually works.
Scout is going to start capping that second point for them, and you're going to see Tibet with those sticky traps set up already, and Baxter is going to be under the point trying to see if he can get
I think they
anything done.
know
This may be the
Naver is gonna
distraction play. Yeah,
1v1
there you go.
him.
Scout does come
Scout
in and
comes in
assist
to
him.
help,
Yep, there you go.
and he
He's going to get taken
survives.
down.
Really good play.
They are going to get that sentry built up once again. Pistols coming out from Carrick trying to get some distraction. But both teams are going to hold on to the Uber charge. It's really up on the Koreans to do anything right now. They are going to be 1 point down. 15 minutes and 41 seconds left on the clock. And Sniper is in play. Letraj is going to run on Sniper. Try to get a headshot down. Trying to see if
Yeah,
he can get
in
any
contrast
picks.
in contrast to yesterday's series, this is the first stalemate we've ever seen on this map so far. We're gonna see Ledrach sniping and Rui being on that engineer class, so they're probably just turtling up, gonna see whether they can hold this 1 point advantage for as long as they can.
Doesn't quite land that headshot. He's just going to rotate back around. No, just going to come back up. Scout does spot him.
Yeah.
Not going to land the headshot again. Harsh is just going to start spamming those rockets into the face of Ledraj, but the medic is just going to be right there.
The
to
Koreans
kill
are going
him.
for a play. Sinky is going to go onto the point, and the soldier's probably gonna bomb.
Yeah,
Okay,
he got
maybe not.
spotted.
Yeah.
Tried
They
to
decide to
go-
call off that play.
Yeah, try to go for the distraction play, but did get spotted out in the end. They do still have
They're gonna
the
try it
sentry
again.
up, though. Yeah, they're gonna try
They
it again.
send Baxter into water this time,
Sinky's
and
gonna
they
back
send
him up.
Sinky into Baxter too. They're gonna try it. Or
Trying
not.
to see if they can bait people down.
It's not really panning out. Our percent is just too aware of all the possibilities. They even catch out Tibet, which is a really poor play. And now Sinky and Baxter could get caught out. Baxter is like really low health in water. He's gonna get taken
Yeah.
down. He gets taken down. And this is actually a pretty significant two-player ad. Neva does go down, but blue team still doesn't have their demo man. Let's see if they actually want to push off this advantage.
They've still got the sentry up on last. They could try to go out and do something, but they seem to be comfortable.
I guess not.
Yeah, just holding
Yeah.
last. Sentry's
the
just
owners,
hanging out
yeah.
underneath in secret, and yeah, nothing
If it ain't
much.
broke, don't fix.
Yeah, yeah. Bun just peeking around, jumping up on the balcony. Spots those sticks right there. The dead goes down, but he's not going to get any damage whatsoever. And it's just going to be a standoff. 13 minutes. They were able to waste 2 minutes of the Koreans' time. They are still going to be 1 point down. And to lose a map 1-0 with, you know, not doing anything.
But
Oh.
obviously, a 1 point advantage is also very precarious. It can go away in a flash, as we saw just now. They won that round, that 1 round advantage, that lead they have. They won it in 3 minutes, so a lot can change in a short span of time. Shockey's gonna be on that sniper class, gonna see if he can get any picks.
Yep, Bun is on Spy. So we're going to see if he can get that backstab that he really wants to get. He picks up the ammo pack though, so not too sure if...
Is he going
I
in?
don't think they saw anything. He goes back to spawn, comes back out.
Baxter's gonna be in water even though they have a sniper. And he's going for the sack.
He's going for the medic inside spawn.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh! Look at iFun!
And I forget an Ubersaw, and he's gonna come out with that Uber charge. The sentry gun is finally gonna get taken down. They've got 4 people up. The spy.
Oh my god, Pan with the hits of Spyflea actually picked on 2 players in a very precarious
Sinky could be under the
situation.
point. Meat shots down onto the Solly. He's going to get taken down with the help of Tibet. And its scout going to be right there. Has to stand on the point. 49 health. Going toe to toe against the other scout who is really overhealed. That Raj going to come in.
Really
And
nice
his mid
play.
shots. Yep, got to finish him off. And that is probably going to allow them to push out to second. They do have a couple of forward spawners. But they're just going to have to hold the mid, I guess.
They're gonna have to back out. There's no way they can fight. They don't have any positioning. A really messy sequence of events that really ends with potentially another stalemate. This time on our percent second. So still a bit of trouble in the hands of Luminaire. They haven't really been able to crack that last defense. Obviously, they were actually really close. They actually got 2 picks early before Ubers were popped off. But obviously, a crucial spy play coming up from
Yeah.
Ban takes down 2 players. So. I don't know. What are the Koreans gonna do? They're gonna have to pull something out of the bag to break the stalemate.
Both teams do have that full recharge ready to go. They should be well aware that it's relatively equal, so I don't think they're gonna be doing anything at all. iPhone's nowhere near choke, slowly walking there now, and we got Harsh watching the.
Looks like they're gonna be rotating the combo
Yeah.
big door. They might be fancying a push there.
They're rotating
They're actually just
everyone
sneaking their
big door.
scout back. Yeah.
Then we're tossing
Karek
sticks.
is actually behind. He's behind in lobby. They know he's behind though, so he can't really do anything. But this distraction might be what they were actually going for to begin with. They might send a sack in, they might do some sneaky play. Their combo is actually going into lobby.
What? Everyone is behind them? Are they gonna come from behind them? They're sticking this door.
They're going through river. They're gonna be able to catch up Ben, and now it's gonna be a 5v6.
No, Harsh
Wait,
goes down. Somehow, Ruby's
What's
gonna be able to
going
get
on?
Harsh. Stinky's gonna be right
He
there.
gets dropped.
Oh, no.
And
Yeah.
red team only just popped off that Uber. They're gonna be able to collapse onto the combo of blue team.
And
They
Ruby,
actually elect not to chase super hard, but it doesn't matter. The blue team's still 3 players down. They're gonna be pushing right into mid. Are Luminaire gonna try and contest?
oh!
Oh! Yeah, just really good plays by R% all around. They knew that they were overextending themselves. They just cleaned up with them much better Uber, picked off everyone, including the medic. Now they could potentially turn this 1-point lead into a 2-point lead.
Oh boy, Neva, I believe it was Neva, just came out
Yeah, it
from the
was,
sky and
yeah.
just dropped on both of their heads. Neva checking
really
the drop
good play.
down. Blind Dead not going to catch anyone. Stickies have been spotted and pushed away. And looks like they're going to be able to grab this second point because the Koreans are not too keen on
Are they
contesting
gonna
this.
try and fight this?
Yeah, okay, the
Yes,
Koreans
they are.
seem to like a good brawl and they're just going to start walking out. Stickies are going
This
to
is
get tossed into
actually
the
pretty
faces
smart.
of everyone and we've got
Baxter!
Solly jumping straight down!
Baxter, he comes in through the flank. He gets
What?
3 picks, including the medic and the demo man and the scout. Insane plays coming out from the Koreans all around. They drop every single player on the side of R%.
Absolute
Suddenly the tables have just turned.
Man, Baxter just decides that he's had enough, jumps in, cleans almost all
They're not
of them
capping.
up.
They're not capping. Alright, now they cap.
Yeah, they left a scout there. They're gonna leave another scout here. They're probably gonna push in because they still have that Uber charge, and they're just gonna walk straight on through.
This is a coast to coast. They were gonna face their own last, but now they're pushing into their
It's crits!
crits.
Oh
But
baby!
they have a
Toss
doesn't
out
even
those
matter how strict
stickies. Daylight's gonna get finished off though, and they got quite a lot of capture time on the point. It's just gonna be Tibet as well as Harsh, and Tibet trying his very best to do anything at all, and Harsh is just gonna get singled out. Oh, it should have been Uber. It should
if it
have
was
been Uber.
It was probably crits because they thought they were gonna be holding their last, and so might as well have crits that no Uber at all. But they somehow won the push, and so they would have to push crits into their last, so couldn't really work out in the end.
Oh boy, and even with crits on Demoman, they weren't able to clean up, pick up iFun, so that's a huge shame. That Tunia is gonna get
But
taken
hold that
down.
thought, they're actually trying to push into
Yeah.
R%. Yet again, they actually get 3 crucial picks onto the side of R%. Make that 4, one of them being a respawn, so... I don't know, they suddenly taken control of second once again.
Yeah, they're just gonna start going back in. Your scout is
Into
camping that
last.
second point. They're just gonna push everyone back into spawn. Demo's gonna get focused down. Your scout is gonna get ready to start capturing the point. iPhone's gonna get finished off as well. Solis are gonna try their very best to defend this
This looks
final
like a
point.
round.
There you go, he craters. Scout's gonna come out to try to do anything whatsoever, and it's a 1-1.
Wow, what a crazy sequence of events. Maybe something happened on the side of R%. Maybe one of their players lagged out or something, but... Wow, it's really fast-paced, really energetic TF2, pushing off of basically one player at. It doesn't matter who it is, it could even be the scout or the soldier. Either team will just push in off at one player advantage. And it's somehow working for the
Yeah.
Koreans especially. They're just going in at all times. They're leaving a player to cap. Doesn't matter, still go in. You're facing a player disadvantage even, just go in. Just trade Ubers, just go in.
Like,
And
yeah. The Koreans are just the honey badgers right now. They don't give a shit. You know, they just push back in almost immediately and they just make their way through and they cap the point as well. This is so exciting. And Daylight
Yeah.
is at 93% overcharge. Didn't even need it at all.
Yeah, they need it.
Tactical pause.
Yeah.
Tactical
I'm not
pause.
sure if it's a tactical pause or if one of their players has a technical error of some sort, but I don't know, really messy, really fun
Mhm.
TF2 right now. There's not much to analyze. There hasn't really been any standout players from either side. If I had to pick one, maybe
Oh, the
Baxter or
Baxter bomb.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
The
They,
Baxter bomb and the Naver bomb.
yeah.
Like
Some
those two are the
really,
standout ones.
mm. But a lot of individual 1v1 or like
Mhm.
1vx or 2vx fights happening all across the map, all at the same time simultaneously.
Yeah.
So there's no one point of contact. It's at every point of
Yeah.
contact, at every point of the map. They're just going for a really unconventional place, right? For example, they just went through behind the combo, the
Yeah.
Luminaire. They tried to go behind into river and try to flank our percent from their own lobby. It didn't quite work out there, but it's these sorts of kooky, innovative, well, maybe not innovative, it's just really strange and unconventional plays that might be catching our percent off guard. Honestly, the success rate seems to be about 50-50,
Yeah.
considering that it's only 1-1 right now. It's kind of a low score considering it's been such a fast game, but oh, another pause coming out. I thought we were gonna be looking at our third mid fight, but alright, just another tactical pause. What do you think so far? How's the game been?
Oh, it's like 6v6 MGE. It's messy, but sometimes you can see them, pulling in together. Like, the solis, they jump in and then everyone knows that they gotta follow in as well. So I guess that's why it's working out for the Koreans when they decide to do these crazy pushes and they just catch, like you said, they catch up 10% off guard and
They're going for a really fast right play.
yeah, straight down. Harsh gonna link up the rest of his team as well. Gonna jump straight into the face of the Soli, but the scouts are gonna be right there. Harsh is gonna turn his attention to Ifan, and the splash damage is gonna be too strong.
Wait, how does he have
What?
Uber already? He must have got an Uber saw from somewhere. He manages to pop off the Uber to save his own life somehow. Was this the Uber
pause bug?
googling glitch? Was this a pause bug? How does he have Uber?
Okay.
Oh. Maybe we need to watch the clip again.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to look back through the stream. This might be a kind of a violation of a rule or something.
It's a technical bug, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really iffy.
May have been an Ubersaw, may have been a bug, but they do grab this mid, and they
Yeah,
are gonna be
it
pushing
was-
on to second.
Yeah, it's confirmed in chat that it was indeed the pause glitch. Not sure how that's gonna affect the outcome of the match. Yeah. They're gonna be pushing it to last. They're gonna have a... Well, actually not really an Uber advantage. It's kind of... Well, it's about 40 ad. They're probably gonna push off this. It's really unfortunate that it's come down to this, but let's see whether they're gonna be able to hold off this push from the Koreans.
But even with the pause glitch, iPhone would have had it as well, so I guess just
Yeah.
Baxter being able to pick up iPhone first kind of sealed the deal for them. And they got that Uber charge, so
They're just gonna be winning this point.
they should go to them. There you go, it does. And just unfortunate the way it turned out, but it's gonna be 2-1.
Really unfortunate. Well, let's disregard that, but honestly, it's kind of a bad timing because there's only 6 minutes left in the
Yeah.
map, which isn't a lot of time considering all the action that's been going on. So, we're really hoping that our percent can look past this and just bring it back, bring that one round back and make the scores even.
We are gonna have another mid fight going on the way. Solly Baxter once again, 44 health, waiting for heals from from the medic Daylight, and 4 gonna be coming about through the elbow. Does spot Baxter and jumps forward with 81 health, tries to get the air shot, but Baxter is gonna get the better of him. And
Players
Baxter
is
going
dropping,
down onto the
but
medic.
Ifan gets dropped.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's just
But
gonna
in
be
the
Daylight
end,
up.
yeah, Rui is gonna be trying to chase down the medic pick, trying to equalize Ubers, and if he does get this pick, it's gonna be a heavy Uber advantage for the side of our percent.
11 health.
But he is gonna get this pick. He doesn't beef it in the end. Really reliable scout Rui. He's really improved leaps and bounds over the past few seasons. It's gonna get caught out right now, but that's fine. He got the medic, he did his job. They're just gonna be playing the Uber advantage and hopefully they can convert this round.
Yep, so the opposite players are going to start making their way back to the midpoint, and we have the Luminaire players holding on to their second. Baxter just going to be watching the big door together with his scout. Harsh is going to be up top in River to get some more health before his medic makes his way to the front lines. About 30 to 40, yeah, about 30% Uber.
Ifan's calling something. They're just pushing in without any Ubers. They're trying to go in.
Ooh, just walking straight through Harsh. Getting
Air shot coming up from Neighbor.
Yeah, but he's going to get taken down by the scouts coming in to assist them. Everyone's going to be a little bit low though. The meat shots coming out from Carrick, not enough to finish off the
Not
Soli up
enough.
top. And it's still going to be a lot of scrappy fights though, and the Koreans are going to slowly inch their way out.
But
maybe?
look, Ifan has his Uber. This really
Oh.
can turn the tide. and they have the player advantage regardless. They're gonna be able to push into the last if they're fast, but they're not that quick. Daylight might get his Uber by the time they decide to push into last, if they do at all. Yeah, Daylight already has his Uber, so it's gonna be a stalemate until last 4 minutes left. But it actually looks like they're gonna push anyway. Yeah.
Go for a trade, and
they're going for a trade.
yeah, the players for the side of Korean Harsh seems a little bit oblivious. There are people inside their last, just pushing on through. Carrick trying his best to keep everyone safe, and there is going to be him spotting out the Soli inside under the point. And
but look at this, Rui is hiding in secret. There is Baxter on last. He's jumping away. The demo is gonna be putting sticks on point, but Rui can just shoot them right off. Rui, if he goes right now, he's gonna be able to get this backhand, and he's gonna get it. Hits up play coming out from Rui. Wow, we're able to turn the tides of that situation.
500 IQ play coming from Rui. Bit of a shame that they didn't check secret. So
yeah,
that's just going to be an easy last point cap, and we're just going to be tied 2-2. So that sort of negates that that Uber glitch cap.
Yeah, 3 minutes left is anyone's game right now. Who knows whether anyone will even win a round, but Soldier's going to be jumping in. Again, the fight on the floor. Naver gonna be winning that fight over Baxter. He's been winning these fights consistently. It's gonna be a 5v6 as I say that now. It's a 5v4 for the favor of the Koreans. They're gonna be bombing in. Harsh gonna go down. Shocky also probably gonna go down. He goes down. But look at this. Koma is also going down. Ladrage on low health. They're gonna be just backing out of this mid fight.
Oh, they're out for blood. Siki's just walking through.
Chasing in.
Focus his attention to iPhone, gets a nice damage down, but that's gonna be the Uber popped and
they don't have it! Oh! Ladrage! He manages to get the pick onto Daylight. Daylight didn't quite have it. I think it was 99%.
Yeah!
But like it was hovering right there. 1 more millisecond and he might have been able to get off that Uber, but somehow he just manages to pick off the medic.
Daylight was at 99 and goes down. Oh, this is no heals.
But look at this!
Yeah, they just... No
but
Uber, no cares. No Uber, no care. Only person up is gonna be Ban, and he's gonna get
goes down.
Off.
That's a wipe.
A full wipe despite having a superior Uber and picking off the medic. And this is gonna be 20% Uber rep potentially.
This could spell disaster. That over eagerness of R%% to push into middle while they had that medic advantage. This might cost them the map because there's only 1.5 minutes left. If they convert this push, that's it. The map is over and it's gonna be a 1-0 to the series to the favor of the Koreans. So it all comes down to this push. It's either this push works or it's a golden cap.
Yep, Naver's just gonna start hiding in secret, and potentially we may see a Baxter bomb. He's just clearing those stickies before getting another buff, and this is going to spark the Baxter bomb. He knows where the medic is, clears those stickies, and makes his way under the point. Not gonna be a Baxter bomb,
but this isn't a big advantage.
Scout is gonna come in. They do pop that Uber charge though really early.
Oh,
iPhone is still holding on to his, so this is not...
So many players on point, but they managed to pop off the Uber just in time. It's gonna be a 3v5 fight. Harsh is gonna be standing on the high ground. He gets air shot by Ben, manages to get taken down. Still a really precarious situation for either team. Can they hold off this fight?
Ooh, it's just gonna be Demo against the world together with the medic, and it's
they
just
hold
gonna be
it.
the medic, yeah.
Baxter is gonna be hiding in lower. It's probably a last-ditch effort. There's probably no way that they're gonna be able to cap off Luminaire's last, so just trying to make sure. But look at Baxter! Baxter! Oh, never mind. They have a ban on last. They have sticks anyway. There's no way this is gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Almost picks up 49 health. And yeah, it's just gonna be a bit of cleanup right now.
You know, there's 20 seconds left. They might be able to cap
There's
it off.
hope.
The R% players are all dropping like flies. Comrade might get taken off.
Carrick with 10 health. Picks
There's
up
10 seconds left!
Oh. Demo's in.
Spawners are coming in.
Tibet! And the medic!
Get the pipes off.
Oh no.
That's it. He got really close there for a second.
Baxter with 2 seconds on the clock. They're just stacking it. Yeah,
oh, Fish. Yeah, that's it. But look at Fish.
Fishy?
Head admin.
What's up, Fishy? Is he
Remember
the
the Uber pause glitch?
Yep.
So, really weird situation. Honestly, it's such a tough call. Like, especially since scores are 2-2. Do we just give the round to average 7%? Do we not count that round? What happens? Do they get some sort of other advantage that isn't in the form of rounds? It's a very tough call. And that's Fishy's decision. That's it. So, it's Frishy's decision. Daylight Uber glitched on by accident, and they actually won and converted that round. So they're gonna be voiding that round. Our percent takes Gullywash 2-1. Bit anticlimactic after that whole
Yeah.
after the really exciting map, but it's just a really unfortunate end. But regardless, it's been a very exciting map, and I think the Koreans obviously they were really close to taking that map on multiple times. So if you see a 3-map series, that's gonna be really epic. That's gonna be cool, awesome. So
I don't know.
yeah.
Even though it was like that Uber glitch thingy.
It was an Uber glitch, but iFun died either way. They would have had Uber advantage probably, but like
Like they were still able to pick up iFun.
Yeah. But
Maybe
obviously-
they would have gotten the medic if he didn't pop Uber, but you know,
Yeah.
maybe they couldn't have. So we can't tell. But of course, Fishy's
Yeah.
decision is gonna be final.
well, obviously, honestly, voiding the round is probably the correct decision because it happened at the beginning of the round. The Koreans had ample time to just say that, oh, we have Uber, we're gonna like pop it or something, or they could have come to a consensus or at least inform them because it was at the beginning of the round. They could have just paused it again and said, oh, we have Uber glitch. Whoops. Give us time to whatever. But they
Yeah.
didn't. They just popped it off and then said it was the Uber glitch after the fact. So yeah, that's like
It's a
That's
gray,
why I think-
it's a gray
Yeah.
area. So, but admin's decision is gonna be final. So we will be moving on to the next map, which is gonna be CP Process. I've got the logs up on screen right now. Our top damager is gonna be Tibet with 9.5 thousand, Baxter with 9.1, Bun not too far behind with 8.5, and Konma with 8,000. So does look like the Koreans are bringing the damage, but
But look at the kills.
yeah, top frag is going to be Rui with 28, probably doing a lot of cleanup for his team. Top KD is going to be Sinky with 1.8. Least amount of deaths is going to be iFun with 12. And Daylight with 14. And Sinky
actually-
in between
yeah.
them.
It's actually kind of a high number of deaths for medics usually, but considering this entire map as a whole, it's very chaotic. Medics going down left, right, and center,
Yeah.
pushing off one player advantages. It's to be expected that medics would have that high number of deaths.
So no drops
So-
coming up from both medics. We do have that one crit creep that Daylight used. Other than
Yeah.
that, pretty much in terms of Ubers, about 12 each. So pretty equal actually.
Yeah, pretty even map through the whole thing. There was no way to know which side would actually come out on top. Neither side looked very dominant. There were times when they looked bad. There were times when both teams looked really good, really decisive. Sometimes they looked indecisive, like they weren't sure what was going on.
Yep.
Really even, something that I wasn't quite expecting. I think a lot of people were definitely expecting the Koreans to be able to roll this series, but against all odds, they're facing map points right now. They're 1-0 down in the series. They're gonna have to win the next 2 consecutive to be able to survive in this tournament.
So next map is going to be CP Process, and based on how you've seen them play for both sides, please give a brief analysis of what you think is going to go down on Process.
It's gonna be a brawl.
Yes.
Process. The thing about I have no idea. Just speaking in general, I guess scouts could have a larger impact on Process as compared to Gullywash, because on Gullywash especially, classes like Demoman and Soldier have more impact due to the general layout of the map. On Process, it's a bit more open.
Yeah.
But that's like by the by, because sometimes soldiers perform better on Process because you have more area to bomb, there's more height, there's more creative jumps you could do, or scouts could do better because there's more room to maneuver and dodge and shoot. It really comes down to the individuals, but I don't know. Both teams looked pretty even throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, like surprisingly even. Ping wise, it's pretty even as
Yeah.
well. So this is definitely a messy game, but it's a very entertaining messy game going
Yeah.
on between these two teams. Lots of brawling, like every corner of the map you got people fighting, and then just crazy bombs coming up from both sides. This is some good TF2.
Yeah. And what's really interesting to me is that because this is such a messy game, individual performance really becomes more
Oh,
of
yeah.
an indicator of a team's success. And right now, the players of R% are really just stepping up to the plate. You see players like Naval, like Rui, like actually I think every player on the server has been stepping up one way or another individually at least.
Yep, definitely. Good job on Letraj for picking off the medic when he had 99.
That was a really
Ooh.
insane play. There's so many memorable things that happened. There was that 3K by Blue Soldier at the trip with the flag. You had the band 2K. There were a few cool little air shots, really good shots by either team. It's just been a really exciting match so far.
Definitely, and I'm ready to see more. For those of you just joining us, a very good evening. Welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 14. It is the Div 1s tonight. We got Luminaire facing off against R%. First map went to R%, by the call of the admin. 2-1 in favor of R%, because Luminaire, they didn't have that Uri glitch because of the pause, and that was the ruling. And we will be moving on to the second map in the event where R%, wins. They are going into the upper bracket finals where they will face, the lower bracket finals.
Yeah, the lower bracket
where
finals.
they will face off against TCF, and the winner of that will face off against Xiao in the grand finals. So whoever wins tonight, they've secured their third place badge. That's right, and everyone wants to have that shiny dragon on their chest. So we're just gonna have to wait and see for the just wait for the players to flood into the server. We got a couple of them still not in yet, and yeah, for those of you just joining us, a very good evening and welcome. Get ready for some pretty chaotic TF2.
Yeah, what's really surprising is that this is most other than iFun. The players of R%, this is their first season ever in Division 1. Contrast to the players of Luminaire, except for Tibet and Sinky, I think. Every one of those players have been playing for years, going back to AFC, I don't know, 6 or 7, something ridiculous like that. They've been playing for a really long time. So it's really cool to see that the new generation, this new breed of scouts of like Rui and Ladrage and new soldiers, the new demo man, all of these can compete with the oldies, the old generation on a really high level and actually take maps of them. So really excited to see what Process brings to us.
Yep, I really want to see more Baxter bombs. Process is a lot of nice ramps for Solis to slide on, so I hope I get to see some good bombs coming in from Baxter. Of course, for the side of R% as well, I'm not going to turn away any good bombs from either side, so we're just going to have to wait for them to come in. The polls, we've got the polls going up right now, so a couple of people have already tossed in their votes, and we have, at the moment, 56% of the people are voting for R%, with only 44 voting for Luminaire, so R% seems to be the favorite at the moment.
A bit surprising. If you asked anyone before the match, like especially in Div 1 playoffs, if you asked the player of Xiao, they already were predicting that the Koreans were going to face off against TCF in the lower bracket. They thought it was a given, but now they're 1-0 down in the series. So who knows who's going to win this match?
It's still anyone's game. The night is still young. We've still got potentially 2 more maps to go. If Luminaire take this, we are going to be going to CP Snakewater. And of course, that is going to be another flurry of fights on those mid points. So I'm really looking forward to see what they can do on these mids and pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah.
Just waiting on the last player for R%, Lit Raj, who is yet to connect to the server. Not too sure why. But yeah, everyone's ready to go. And we should start once he gets in.
Yeah. Well, just now I said that it's kind of surprising that the players of R% were standing up. On the flip side, it is mildly concerning that the players of Luminaire aren't really performing as well as I expected. Don't get me wrong, they're still playing perfectly fine. They're just not doing anything necessarily outstanding. In particular, the scouts of Sinky and Harik. They didn't perform badly at all. In fact, they got really high frags in that match, but they just didn't pop off in the way Aisho would, or in a way that Fushi would, or in a way that even Banana or Killer would. Against this type of opposition, those scouts would actually go on a tear. They would get 450 DPM, as we saw Aisho. 450 DPM in a playoff match.
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't really seem plausible right now for the scouts on either team. But if either one of these scout duos actually pops off this map, I think that's the team that wins.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna keep a lookout for those scouts. Yeah, like you said, hope we can see more action coming up from Sinky as well as Carrick. as for the side of Rui and Litraj, so far they've been doing alright. Litraj, of course, you know,
Yeah,
that
they've
medic
been
pick, they're
doing
doing pretty good for their side. Rui, of course, you know, came out on top with the most amount of frags the previous map.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see if he can continue that trend on this map as well. But of course, you know, the entire team of Luminaire do not want to give them any breathing space, because if they lose this map, they're gone. It's
That's
over.
it.
Yep.
It's gonna be really unexpected. If you ask before playoffs, especially because Luminaire, they took down CL 3-0 in the regular season on product, looking very strong. Most people would have predicted that Luminaire would have made top 3. Some people even think they're gonna win the whole thing. So if they're gonna be knocked down into 4th place, it's gonna be really unexpected and disappointing, considering that last season they were a hair's breadth away from making it into the grand final. So
Yeah.
it would be very surprising if they made it into 4th. And it will also be really surprising if R% made it into 3rd place, because it's been a pretty competitive Division 1 this season, especially at the top levels, with 3 really good teams. Oh, and I guess 4 very good teams if we include them, so...
Definitely. I mean, it's a pleasant surprise where, you know, teams are giving Xiao a run for their money, where they are actually taking maps off of Xiao, you know, like it's a change from what we usually see, where, you know, Xiao just pretty much clean the floor with the other teams.
that was when Xiao had a different roster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yesterday Xiao looked pretty dominant, so who knows what's gonna happen, but at least the lower bracket this time around will definitely be very exciting.
Oh yeah.
With this match already proving to be not a snooze fest at all. The next match between the winner of this match and TCF probably also gonna be a really exciting and fun match. So
definitely looking forward to that. That will take place next week, so I'll try to cast it next week. If not, we're going to get another organization to do it for us, because that is definitely going to be a very, very interesting match to watch. Litraj has just joined the server, and we should be starting momentarily, hopefully, fingers crossed. And once everyone gets sorted out, once again, I do believe someone mentioned in chat that they wanted to see the latencies for everyone, and there you go, it's up on screen right now. About 50, sub 60 for the Koreans, and we've got an 11 for the side of R%. We've got sub 50s, and Litraj is going to be topping it off sub 80. So pretty much an equal ping for all around.
yeah, Litraj was spiking a bit just now to like 150 ping, so that's a bit unfortunate. But R% with the brainy power play, they brought in Conma for playoffs because they knew they were gonna face off against the Koreans, and Conma has 5 ping.
So the low ping hijinks and the con pipes, of course.
Yeah, they took Lego out for this match. Understandably, Comma has 5 ping, Lego had 150 ping. It's a no-brainer regardless of who's your main demo man in that scenario. So yeah, really impressive stuff coming out from R% so far. Standing toe to toe. They themselves not really being passive like I've seen in the past. In the past matches without iFun actually, they've looked indecisive. They weren't sure of what they wanted to do. They never looked nearly as aggressive as we've seen today. So that iFun Spice definitely bringing a flavor to their team. I know after hearing their comms in the past week or so, it's been a lot of shouting, it's been a lot of anxious calling, it's been a lot of they really want to win this. I know the guys from R%, they've been really putting in the hours, the scrim times, scrimming Xiao every day. So I don't know, I really hope that they can take this match. I mean, that's my bias showing, so as long as it's an exciting match, no one can argue. So.
As long as it's exciting, as long as it's close, and you know, the winner will deserve the win. So the best team will definitely come out on top. Just want to see some good TF2. If we get pushed into a third map, that's even better for us. So I think they're gonna start soon.
They're gonna start. Blue team is gonna ready up so far. Just waiting on the few players from R%.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you think? Who's gonna take this map then?
Oh, I don't know. Based on what we've seen, I mean, since the Koreans really favor...
It's been so back and forth.
Yeah, the Koreans really favor Brawl, so I'm gonna have to say Koreans, like, I don't just...
Yeah,
no reason, just because you said R%, I'm just gonna choose the other one.
And it would take us to 3 maps, so
yeah,
that's what everyone wants.
That's right. The votes are all in. The time left for the votes has ended. And we are going to be seeing 55% in favor of R% and 45 in favor for Luminaire.
Pretty even.
Yeah, pretty even. 5% edge over Luminaire for the side of R%. So R% definitely the favored, the crowd favorite at the moment, with they all voting for them. But I'm still going to say the Koreans are going to get it based on how they've been playing, based on how Baxter has been able to just jump around willy-nilly. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see Baxter fly.
Yeah. Even the mid fights on the last map were pretty messy and wild because for some reason, even in last night's match, both teams really wanted to play it slow for the first 10 to 20 seconds or so. No one's really taking damage. We're just spamming out a few rockets and shots and pills here and there. And then someone makes the first move and it either works or it doesn't work. But it often devolves into really messy TF2, really chaotic team fights that you're not really sure what's going on. And I think that might be the case, especially on Process, where you can mirror each other. When one team goes right, the other team also goes on their right. And then it's gonna be really chaotic and messy, so let's see what happens on this first mid fight.
Yep, gonna be going live right now for the second map of the night, potentially the final map. For those of you just joining us, a very good evening. Welcome once again, AsiaFortress Cup Season 14. It is gonna be Div 1 lower bracket semi-finals. Luminaire facing over against R%. And here we are on this
Fast
mid-fight.
rollout,
Fast rollout, fast solid bomb with the airstrike. Barn just goes in.
Never goes in anyway and gets the demo fake. Really kooky roller coming out with the airstrike, but it isn't gonna work out in the end. They're gonna drop 2 of the soldiers. They do get the demo fake, but it wasn't worth much in the end. So I think he was hoping for something more, maybe a met drop with that flying.
Maybe, but
the Koreans are just
once
going
again just a Korean brawl. And the splash damage not enough to finish off the Demo Man. Harsh just jumps just in time to grab that health pack. We're going to have Carrick coming in from IT together with the help of Baxter, who's right there beside him. And they're just going to still... Sorry, Harsh, not Baxter. Harsh makes it up with 5 health, links up with the rest of his teammates. And everyone's still up and well.
Yeah, could devolve into a stalemate, but you never know in this particular match. iFun actually survived. They were actually trying to get into iFun. iFun manages to juke out of all those rockets. And actually a sack coming in. Is he gonna get it? No, he's not. The mat only takes about 60 damage. And probably gonna be a counter sack coming out. You see Luminaire taking sewers right now. They're maybe trying to do a push. They're pushing in off this one player advantage. The medic's committed.
No.
Are they gonna drop Sinky? Sinky's all the way in. Red team suddenly pop up their Uber, and this is really anyone's fight right now.
Gemma may get focused out. No, the scout gonna come in. Neva gonna be jumping forward inside behind them. This is gonna spell disaster for Daylight. Oh, Neva doesn't quite land the shots, and he's just gonna get taken down. We got the scouts right there. Daylight.
iFun goes down, but they're just collapsing onto the Koreans. It's a 2v2 fight now. A 1v2 fight, just gonna be Tibet up. But the soldier. I have no idea what's going on right now.
It's just Uber popped into each other there and then just brawl. Once again, it's just brawl.
Oh, Shocky wins the 1v1 versus Barn. They were trying to edge into mid, maybe even cap off that point. But Shocky's on the tear, but Konma air pipes him into oblivion. So it looks like at the end of it all, we're right back where we started.
Just gonna be another standoff on Choke. Sinky gonna be just watching IT. Lit Raj is gonna do the exact same for his side of the for his team. Neva gonna join him together inside IT, and Harsh trying to see if he can get something done through sewer. Potentially go for a bomb, maybe. Nah, he's just gonna back out. So probably just gonna grind out that Uber charge and
small lull in the action as both teams just build up their Ubers. 0-0. It's been chaotic in the 3 minutes that this match has gone through. So. Probably a bomb is gonna come out from the side of the Koreans. Actually, they're stacking players IT. They might try to do a distraction play IT while one of their players stacks through Choke. Or they're just rotating the combo around, because why not? Because they're the Koreans. So we're really not sure what the Koreans will do. I don't think R% wants to really sack anyone in, especially with how aggressive the Koreans have been playing. It's much easier to just let the Koreans sack one player in and then do something from there. And that's exactly what's happening. Harsh going for the distracto bomb, Baxter actually coming in. It's not gonna be able to really get anything off, but yeah, that's it. Baxter manages to get one good rocket onto iFun, doesn't manage to get a force in the end.
Good
and
attempt.
Probably one of their soldiers of Neva or Ban is gonna go for the counter set. You can look at Ban, yup. Well, he got airshot into oblivion, but Neva goes in and he gets the drop!
Oh my god.
Really good play coming out from the soldiers. They thought they cleaned up that threat when they airshot Ban into oblivion. but Neva gets the air shot and the drop. They do get the force. Percent pops off that Uber and they're cleaning everyone up. Shockey's on the back lines in IT, but everyone else is dropping like flies. Baxter goes in. They actually get combo 2 players behind. They need to clean up those 2 players, but the
Baxter! Baxter lands another air shot, but
that's it. Yeah.
Man.
Wow. What is it with these soldiers these days? Getting insane air shots on process too.
Oh boy.
Oof.
That's a big shame that Daylight wasn't able to right click in time. But that's going to be a drop for the side on of the Koreans, and this is going to spark a mirrored image of what we've been seeing just now.
Yeah.
Just going to be another hold off on the side of the Koreans' Spire, and Luminaire just going to start to grind out that Uber charge. We've got
however,
already 40% Uber ad, and
they're going to be pushing IT with this Uber advantage. Yeah, they know that they've been counting. They know that there's an advantage about 30, 40, and they want to really go off this. So they're probably just going to be trying to get picks off. Koreans are positioned pretty well, but Rui gets dropped in the Uber. Ifan's literally by himself. This isn't going very well at all for the side of R%. They dropped 3 players. Neva probably gonna go down. Harsh actually gonna bomb into Ifan. But Ifan, is he gonna get out? Baxter's on the chase.
64
Is
health.
he gonna get out?
39. He's gonna get the health pack.
He's
68.
still surviving. Ifan's a god. How does he survive? A really good movement coming out from Ifan ultimately, but it really doesn't matter in the end whether he lives or dies because they're just gonna be giving up this midpoint.
God, Harsh.
But as I say that,
Ballerina spin in the sky. We've got Carrick and Sinky getting.
Daylight, is he gonna
Daylight!
get dropped? He pops up that Uber anyway. And
He drops the other
I don't
scout.
think that was very good by Daylight. He drops his Uber. I mean, he drops his player anyway, and he kind of wasted that Uber by backing out so quickly. So, really chaotic turn of events. But at the end of the day, they're 2 players down. If they want to push, this is the prime opportunity to convert around.
Got your Solis coming straight in.
Oh, he gets Daylight with that bomb. Harsh gonna be bombing and trying to get into Ifan. Ifan manages to surf it. Another demo jump, Kratos to the ground. Stinky tries to go in, gets shut down. Really good defense. I've really noticed that when they pick off Daylight really quick in rounds, like they just try to collapse onto Ifan, but the defense has been really solid. So they have never really managed to pick off Ifan decisively, and now they're gonna be just pushing into last with this Uber.
Yep, Sentry Gun gonna get focused down. They pop the Uber charge to finish it off. Sentry Gun's still up and well though, but the Stickies are gonna make short work of that Sentry. And they're just gonna start standing on the point. You've got the plays coming out, you got your Heavy, but he's just eating pipe after pipe. Carrick gonna get taken down. Rui not too far behind as well. Harsh gonna be really low. The medic trying his very best to keep him up. Ifan really low as well, but he's somehow just staying alive and keeping his teammates alive as well. And they're just getting absolutely collapsed on Harsh. Drops down from the sky. Baxter goes down as well. Wow.
Really well played by the side of Ifan and R%. They managed to juke the Daylight Uber into mid. They collapse back in and they managed to keep Ifan alive. They successfully pushed into last with that Uber, and just like that, they're 1 round up. Mirror of the previous map.
Baxter gonna be standing up top. Doesn't spot the other Soli up top with him as well. He's gonna drop down and jump back to the rest of his team. Harsh potentially gonna go in for a bomb. Jumps up top onto the other side, spots them clumped up in that corner, so that is going to be a very juicy bomb spot, but Neva's going to come in.
He picks off the demo, Neva.
Yeah. Neva's going to get taken down by the scout. Harsh potentially going down with an Ubisoft plus 25 into the hands of Ifan. Carrick is currently behind them though. And that Soli is going to be able to grab that health pack. Scatter shots coming out from Carrick. 20 health. Carrick is going to be able to clean up that Soli. And Daylight is going to get taken down from the other side, but they do trade medics. But Daylight has a very long
Rui fighting
time,
Sinky and Sewer. He should probably get that pick, decides not to chase that frag. Just gonna take the mid win. Another chaotic fight, but in the end, both medics did go down, but Ifan does have a slight Uber advantage. I'm not really sure whether they want to push off that once they build that Uber up, but this map, I think they will.
Yeah, both teams, you know, the Koreans are probably just gonna walk in just because they have people, and the players for the side of R% are just holding a little bit further back, not too keen on standing face first. They're gonna wait for that Uber charge to come up before they decide to do anything. Baxter going to be inside IT. Harsh potentially going to go in for a deep bomb. He's just watching choke at the moment. We've got some stickies laid up. So if in the event where the R% players decide to jump on through, a right click coming out from Tibet may pick up that player.
I think iFun's gonna go off this because for all the veteran savvy, the Koreans have never been very good at counting these very slight advantages in Uber. And as you can see, iFun has a slight Uber advantage onto the Medic of Daylight, and I'm not sure if they're expecting it. They actually do pick off Baxter really quick, and so they're actually electing to go through.
Oh!
It doesn't even matter. Daylight didn't have Uber, but Van just goes in and kills him regardless. So they're now facing full Uber disadvantage. Probably gonna lose this round unless they pick off iFun right now. They need to get this force. Tibet goes in, doesn't get a force. Karik goes in too. Sinky on the back lines manages to take down the judge, but it doesn't even matter. They actually do get the force. And by what cost? Are they gonna drop all their players?
No, he's still up and well. Neva,
No.
Sinky's still behind them, but he does pick up Neva. He's gonna go down to the arrow. Harsh is still there though, trying to see if he wants to contest this. Baxter says, yes I do. Jumps forward, 158, 133, 80, 45. Spots the medic, but has to go get some more health. Harsh gonna be really
nice
low
shot
as
by
well.
Harsh.
iFun is still gonna be at 150. He's gonna be able to make it out alive. And it's probably just gonna be another reset at this choke.
You can't say that for sure.
Yeah.
Because Conma is still down. They are going
Baxter
back
is
in.
in.
They are going off their demo pick. Baxter does go down, but it's still a 5v5.
Harsh at 1 health. Carrick trying to see if he can get anything done. Demoman coming in. Tibet trying to land any shots. It's so confusing. They don't know who to focus down. Harsh trying to see if he can land anything whatsoever. Solly going to be coming from behind, picking up Carrick. Scout going to get a lot of spam as well, and they're just going to start dropping players. Harsh is going to get buffed up before he decides to jump straight down into the face of iFun. And iFun once again with those godlike jukes.
Doesn't get anything on him. Well, what's this? Conma jumps in and he actually manages to get off the force onto Daylight. It's gonna go down for this trouble, but it doesn't matter. Now iFun has a pretty hefty advantage, gonna be able to push into their second unless the Koreans push into mid first.
The Koreans, zero respect going down, gets the force down into iFun.
That's actually a pretty good play, but they might get caught out because they're pretty close. If R% want to roll this, they could. They still have the one player advantage and they're still pretty close to the choke. I think they're not gonna go for it.
Yeah.
It's too risky. The Koreans would have went for it, but the smart play is probably to just play it safe. They are one round up either way. Better not risk wiping on mid and losing another round, so slight Uber advantage for the side of the Koreans. They're probably gonna push through IT or something. Maybe catch out the combo of R%.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a double scout Uber when they come out from IT. Sinky and Karik. Sinky does look like he's gonna be the shiny scout of choice. And spots everyone, walks on through. There you go, shiny scout running forward. He does get the Uber lost on him, and this is
a bit of hesitation or like there was a lack of coordination there. They're gonna pop right back in with their own Uber. This time they're not gonna be discoordinated at all. They're just gonna go in and pick off the demo. They're gonna pick off the soldier.
Yep.
Soldier's gonna jump in. Is he gonna get anyone? iFun
No.
manages to survive. Baxter's gonna go down any second now. 3 players down. Prime advantage. Prime time for them to push right into their last.
Rui making his way forward, clearing the streets for his team. And they're still fighting this?
Wow.
Why though?
Yeah. The thing about this kind of like ultra aggressive play is that when it works you're a genius, when it doesn't you look like a fool. It really doesn't look good on the side of the Koreans with all their veteran savvy, but it has got them to many top placings in the past, and they can still pull out rounds anytime they want with this kind of instant plays. So Uber advantage on the side of R%. They're gonna be Uber advantage for the side of the Koreans. I'm not sure if they're gonna
Are they gonna
push
go out
out.
with 10% ad? It's not
They
even
are.
an ad anymore.
They are.
Oh, they're just gonna kite this. They're just gonna try to clean up whoever they can, and the counterpop's gonna come in.
This is gonna go horribly for the Koreans unless they don't pick off any. Okay, they do.
Baxter's
They pick
right
off
there.
both scouts. Rui does go down for his trouble, but in the end, they have a player advantage. Daylight gets caught out by Neva. He's been playing pretty well this entire series. They're gonna be going in. So much damage being dealt. They're just gonna cap off this point, and suddenly 2-0 on the second map. Koreans on 1-0 down series overall. What are they gonna do now?
Baxter was it. Baxter was beefing
Yeah.
his jumps, and he couldn't get back because he had 2 health. He couldn't jump onto the point. Oh dear me.
Yeah, it's like I said before, that aggressive one scout Uber into choke, optimistic at best. So we're not gonna be seeing another weird mid this time, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, Koreans were the first to get that high ground, but this is gonna spark a jump in from
Huge
Baxter
bomb
straight
in
onto
the air.
iFun.
iFun gets dropped. Baxter takes down 2 with that insane bomb. And now they're gonna try to retaliate. It's way out of the fight. He's hiding in his own sewer. The players of R% just trying to tunnel in, trying to get that medic pick. It's not gonna happen. All of them are gonna get taken down. Really solid defense coming out from the Koreans, and this might be their chance to equalize. So really decisive mid coming out from the side of the Koreans.
That's the kind of Baxter bomb I want to see.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be able to pick off Raj as well as iFun on that mid fight. This is gonna give them that full Lumi charge to push into last stack this point, but. I think we're gonna see a Naver jump to get a force down onto Daylight.
He is trying to go
there
for
you go,
it.
jump
it's
straight
actually
down.
a pretty decent bomb, but he doesn't manage to get a shot. So Daylight still has his Uber, and now they barely have any off-casters on last to defend this. Bax actually goes down super early, so this hold might be obtainable.
Yep, they're just gonna be Ubered and not much getting done. No one down apart from Naver from the earlier bomb. And oh boy, if iFun stays alive throughout all this, it's gonna be a huge Uber ad for them. They're just pushing people back into spawn. iFun is dancing about together with his demo and scout on that point. They haven't gotten a single caps time up. Tibet decides to finally stand on that point, trying to toss out those pipes, trying to do any cleanup whatsoever. Daylight is gonna be able to pick off Rui with that arrow, and Baxter finally makes his way to the front line to link up the rest of his team.
Trying to go in, trying to get the last.
But iFun has that Uber charge.
Yeah, it's not gonna get a force in the end.
Daylight's
sloppy push, honestly, sloppy push coming out from the side of the Koreans. Oh.
Okay, I thought Daylight was gonna die, but Solly just comes in from nowhere and cleans up Naver. And Daylight is gonna hold on to his 43% Uber charge, so they really need to get the force down into iFun if they want to hold on to this Uber.
Naver didn't need to go in because they still have Uber advantage. If Naver was alive, this push would go much easier, but Baxter's just bombing in behind. He's gonna get taken down. Like he hasn't done anything in that entire series of events. Now they still have an Uber advantage. They're gonna be pushing into mid, and now they still have a player advantage.
It's gonna be an Uber scout. Rui gonna be the shiny scout of choice if they decide to pop that Uber charge.
Then
iFun wants to go in.
Gonna pop back in. The Koreans are popping back in.
Yeah.
Players jumping left, right, and center. Who's gonna win this fight?
iFun is just running it. He's just booking out. They lose 3 of their players. Konma potentially going down as well. That's 4 players down.
He's gonna be catching the combo out.
Baxter and Harsh are going deep.
Bomb.
Harsh is out for blood. iFun's surfing his way out, but the
splash
damage.
Does he get out?
Gives him a 25 carry.
Still alive. Oh, that was a pretty good attempt, but I found realistically he was never gonna survive that. But yeah,
he survived for way too long.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter. The Koreans.
Yep, Koreans are
they're gonna win this round.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah, a bit of hesitancy coming out from the side of R%. They had like 100% Uber advantage, but they took a bit too long. Just a bit too long. It devolved into a really chaotic fight once Daylight got his Uber and they traded on mid.
Yep.
And it just so happened that they wiped, so. And the late death from iFun probably didn't help.
Baxter going deep again, denies that health pack and jumps back. And Harsh gonna jump deep as well, potentially. Are we going to see another Baxter bomb? Yes, we are. Straight down into the head of iFun, who's just going to be happy to surf that rocket away. Baxter going to be going down. Second time, you know, shame on them for trying it again. They're going to get countered. Harsh going down as well. Carrick and Sinky are going to try their very best to just scattershot people into oblivion. And somehow, seemingly, it's apparently working. With Sinky going deep, has sights onto Konma, but Konma is going to be able to get out with 34 health. And this is going to be midpoint to the hands of Koreans.
We might be able to see our very first stalemate, because never mind, take that back. They're just gonna be pushing in 6v6 even Uber fight. It's gonna be really chaotic. Let's see what happens.
Pop the Uber charge, and there you go, counter pop at the same time. Konma gonna be shiny as well, facing off against each other. Scout gonna be up top as well. Tibet trying to toss out those stickies to finish off Konma, who's gonna be a little bit low. Tibet still gonna get that overheal. iFun gonna be at 57, 60 health. Daylight gonna be in 60 as well, but he's gonna be inside.
Shocky on really low health gets taken down.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to back out. Harsh going down as well. And number ad with a solid bomb potentially coming in for the side of nope. They're just content with capping mid.
It's only a demo and medic alive. Not much potential for any bombs right there. They're just gonna be stacking on point. They're gonna be denying Harsh, I guess.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just gonna be a really good push from the side of R%, they still have the round advantage, a 1-round lead. So they're pretty content to just hold on to this point so far, and the onus is really on the Koreans to make something happen once again.
They are going to be 1 point down, 2-1 in favor of R%. 11 minutes and 11 seconds counting down on the server clock. So the teams, Luminaire, they're going to be the ones that have to make the push, because if they lose this map as well, it's all over. So it's really up on them. Ubers are going to be ready for both sides, and potentially we're just going to see another Uber trade. At this point in time, we don't have any off-class coming up from both sides. We don't have any snipers, as we usually see during these kinds of stalemate situations. But when it comes...
just going in for the sack probably. He might just spawn sniper. Who knows? That's the safest play to do in this situation. You're in a playoffs match. You're actually 1 map up. You could just take the series 2-0. The safe play is just spawn sniper.
Harsh is...
But the Koreans, they're
Baxter
gonna
is in. Can he get the force? Yes, he does.
Oh, he does. Whoops, he does. I saw wrongly. Good play coming up from him.
And this is definitely going to spark the push coming up from the Koreans. We got a scout inside the IT, no, sorry, a Solly, and that's going to be Neva taking down. Sticky's going to get pushed, and it's going to be a very questionable Uber pop for the side of Daylight.
Yeah,
super
there's really
early.
no reason for him to push. Yeah, I mean to pop. Like he was full health, all his players were really healthy.
Yeah.
No need for him to really pop there. Kind of a wasted Uber after that amazing force by Harsh. I mean, or back whoever. So. I don't know, Ubers are gonna stabilize, a slight advantage for the side of iPhone right now. But it doesn't matter, they're just gonna commit
to iPhone!
He's gonna get dropped by Baxter. Really good bombs coming out from the soldiers of Luminaire, but at what cost? Only a medic and a scout alive. Now only the medic alive, he's gonna go down, so... Yeah. The Korean aggression not really working out. The late death by Daylight not gonna be helping matters. He's definitely not getting that forward spawn. The Koreans probably gonna be having to hold their last, and time's ticking, 10 minutes. It's still a decent amount of time to mount a comeback for sure, but I'd start worrying a bit.
Yep, it's really time for them to get on the A game. The Koreans, the Luminaire, they really need to cap the point if they want to push it into a 3rd round or even a golden cap. And at the rate where they just toss people out to just pick up 1 iPhone, and they do clean up a couple of players, but losing everyone in the process, that's just definitely not optimal for their team at this point in time, because the clock is not in their favor, and they really need to think things through.
Yeah, I think the style of play that Koreans are running 24/7 works best when you don't expect it. When it's coupled with the element of surprise, it can really take teams off guard. But because they've been using this one singular style the entire match, R% has been expecting it the whole time. They're adapting to it. It's really easy for them to expect, okay, they're gonna come in at this timing. It's not surprising that they'll push off this one small advantage, so... I don't know. Oh, right as I say that, Ben manages to get the medic pick onto Daylight. They do get the force in return onto iFun, but they're just gonna be dropping the players. They're just dropping like flies. Actually, 2 players on the backside of R%. iFun's gonna be dodging and juking around, gonna get taken down in the end. And in the end, what happens?
They turn it around.
Yeah, that's it.
Despite getting that huge drop from Daylight, they still lose everybody? That's weird.
Yeah, and that's the flip side of the coin. You look amazing with that unbridled aggression and just balls to the wall. You just go in, there's no fear. Every single player committing to the push, and it works sometimes. And right now, they're managing to push into their second. This might be their one chance to equalize the scores. But as I say that, Neva goes in for a huge bomb and takes down Daylight. This match has been going insane. Now, they need to protect the medic. iFun has to stay alive and is doing a superb job right now. They're just trying to sack into iFun, but once again, his movement, his team's defense, it's way too good. They're not gonna get anything.
iFun just surfs back into rollout and then just survives. 46% Uber ad. And Daylight has yet to link up with the team, so he can't build anything yet, though. There you go, finally links up, and that's going to be a pretty big ad for the side of R%. 7 minutes, a little under 7 minutes on the clock. Oh, Luminaire, come on. Yeah, they really need to do something about this. We've got a lot of stickies up on their point, and apparently R% players are just going to start backing up.
They're just going to back out a bit. There's no reason to risk it, especially with time ticking down. So... actually, Uber advantage is on the side of R%, but look at this, R%, they're rapping. Well,
start
they
pushing
changed
up.
their mind. They're gonna come back into second and they're gonna fight. They actually have Uber. Daylight doesn't. Daylight's gonna be caught completely off guard. He's gonna go down. He's gonna go down. But there's fighting at all points of the map. Now it's just the same game again. Can they keep iFun alive? They're all gonna be sacking into iFun, trying to get that crucial medic pick to salvage the round. And they managed to get it off. Crucial rockets and shots coming out from players of Luminaire. And in the end, they do get the iFun pick, but they're gonna lose middle.
See, they get the iPhone pick. iPhone is
Yeah,
spawning
but-
in 9 seconds. Everyone on Luminaire is dead, so he
dead, so
can't
it doesn't
even
even
build
matter.
anything.
Doesn't
And they
even
all
matter.
spawn at the same time. Ubers are equal.
Ubers are equal. And then remember, the Koreans were the one that initiated the fight to begin
Yeah.
with, so and they just lost a point. But look at this, they're initiating it once again, and R% actually gonna give it out. But look at Ban, he's going in for the bomb. Doesn't quite get it this time. Naver also gonna be dropping you. So the Koreans suddenly
Baxter's
have mid
behind.
again.
Baxter's going for
They're going
iPhone.
for the bomb.
iPhone with
iPhone.
the surf.
He goes down anyway.
Yep. This could be what they need, but they haven't
This
capped
is-
mid.
Yeah, very chaotic TF2 right now.
They
Medic's
haven't
going
capped
down
mid.
left, right, and center. And yeah,
people
they
in
still haven't
forward
kept
spawn.
mid, so they're gonna get the forward spawns. Really crucial error coming up from the side. Luminaire, if they kept off that
Tibet.
middle point, they might have actually been pushing into R%'s last. But right now, they're probably gonna lose mid. They aren't even gonna cap mid, so all that effort was
Wow.
wasted in the end. Right as I think that the Koreans did something horribly wrong, then they come back with something insanely good, then they revert back to their previous ways again.
Yeah, it's
really
just
have
gonna
no
be a
idea
dry
what's going
push coming in from R%. Huge high bomb, but he's gonna get absolutely denied. Barn gonna try the exact same thing, but the scouts are doing a massive bang up job. But
Ooh,
Daylight,
Daylight just gets taken down. Harsh, just levitated into the air, not gonna be able to do much. But as I say that, the players of R% are actually all very weak, regardless of iFun's heals. And they're actually all dropping the Judge, and iFun kind of caught out right now. If the players of Luminaire actually come in, they could take this middle point for free if they cap it this time.
they have 4 minutes to do something. They're still 1 point down. At the rate that things are going for them, 4 minutes.
Oh, they're gonna try and
maybe
stop the
cutting
point with their
close.
Uber. This could be what seals the deal.
Neighbors
Manages to
jumping
get
in.
an early force.
Yep.
Baxter, really well played by him, gets the early force, manages to get out. This Uber is kind of wasted, but they still have middle point. Daylight doesn't have his Uber yet, but it doesn't matter. They're just going in for the dry push.
Yeah. Nothing matters when you're Korean, apparently. We've got a solid jumping up in the sky. Daylight!
Oh, Naver! Once again, the soldiers of R% coming out the skies, all of a sudden just dropping the Daylight medic, so... Yeah. Now
Hush.
it's gonna be the same game. Can iFun stay alive? And it looks like they aren't successful this time. They're actually cleaning everyone up at a pretty good level. Now this is gonna be a wipe.
Yep.
Cart goes down, he trades with Ban, but at least now they have R% on their last.
3 minutes and 12 seconds left for the Koreans to do something to push into last and get a 2-2.
Yeah.
But the kind of mistakes that they've been making. Oh.
It's been really... I don't want to say weird. It's like uncharacteristic of these
Yeah.
veteran players because they've been playing for literal years and they've always looked pretty well polished, even in their aggressiveness. So I don't know. They've decided to go with this playstyle and it hasn't really been working. But if they can equalize scores, no one's gonna complain. They need to make this push work. They're actually going with a really weird play. They're gonna have Shocky, their Star Scout, gonna be sniping in this push. So I don't know.
Neighbors
I'm
on
not
sniper
really
as
sure
well.
how you're gonna figure this one out. Trying to push into last with a sniper, it's gonna be hard unless he goes off. That's their win condition right now. If Shocky manages to get a crucial 1 pick or 2 pick, that's it. They're gonna be able to equalize and we're probably going to a golden cap.
Yep, they really need to, for him to get that headshot down to the medic. But Neighbor's going to be running on sniper as well. And they have, no,
Yeah.
Neighbor swapping out because Ban is on spy.
They have Ban on Spy.
And Ban with the 2k earlier on.
Yeah, and the previous one on
Yeah.
Gullywash.
Daylight
Look
needs
at
to watch
iFun's
back. Oh,
positioning
there you go.
here.
He gets spotted out. So they're
Yeah.
going to be well aware that the spy's around. Are they going to push in from Boiler?
Actually, this is pretty dangerous for R%. They're playing so conservatively that they're not even contesting Boiler. So they're giving just a lot of room for Kyrick the sniper to just take a lot of shots because he's so uncontested that he's not even being pressured. He can take as many shots as he wants, even though Ifan is in the Boiler room and I mean, you know, he can't really get shot down. If they can take down 2 other players that's not Ifan, it's still gonna be a good push.
Yep. There goes body shot or headshot down onto the Solly. He's gonna have to go back in and resub. And Carrick once again with the aggro peaks, just walking straight out because no one's spamming him out. Trying to look for Ifan, lands another meat shot down to the devil.
There's only 1 minute left. Shocky needs to make a shot right now. Actually, no off classes on the side of R%. That's right, they're just gonna go in an Uber trade. But Ifan is not propping off that Uber. They do drop Neva with a crucial body shot by Carrick, but I don't know. This push isn't working so far. They're just dropping players. And they have that sniper, so there's no potential for him to actually cap off that point. He's useless right now. He's the last man alive, and that's it. The Koreans might just have lost this best of 3. And Ifan toughing out the diff 1 lol in chat. Classic Ifan, but I don't think there's any chance for the Koreans to actually take back this round. If Neva doesn't go down, I think that's it. Neva actually does go down.
They have 20
so the
seconds.
Koreans, yeah, they have 20 seconds. And look at this. They already have a Ladrach. Sentry Stinky's gonna go down instantly. Baxter gonna try and jump in. He's gonna be taking down the
10
Sentry
seconds.
first. It's all on this push.
Baxter shouldn't have jumped, should have stood on the point. You need that cap time.
Everyone's
Harsh is
dropping
still
like
alive,
flies.
everyone's dead.
Tibet is the last player, there's no way. And suddenly, just like that, the Koreans have been knocked into 4th place in the most unlikely of fashions.
Wow.
Getting 2-0'd by R%. I think I can confidently say that most people did not see this coming, but regardless, an exciting and exhausting match.
I'm
I am
at a loss.
speechless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think the viewers might have even detected we have gotten like so tired by the constant action that we have to keep calling through all this stuff. It's like the Koreans have been a staple of Asian TF2 for years upon years, producing top tier talent every season, and this season, I don't know, it just couldn't work out. This mix of players, maybe it was Daylight Medic, maybe it was the Scout combo didn't work out. Some predicted that they would have gotten first this season, but now they're getting a participant medal. So, but obviously, it wasn't just the Koreans' mistakes. R%, playing exceptionally well, way above what I expected. Their scouts all performed to a high level. Their soldiers constantly getting crucial picks on the Demoman and Medic. Ifan obviously juking and dodging around. The Koreans kept going for him, but he managed to stay alive most of the time, which really netted his team like those rounds and let him survive and let his team stay in the game and ultimately let them take the series 2-0. We're not even gonna see a third map.
Yeah, we're not even gonna see a third map.
Oh, so we can look at these stats. Yeah,
logs are up on the screen right now. Top damage is gonna be Ban with 7.5, Carrick with 7.3,
Wow.
Tibet with 7.3, Neva with 7.1, Baxter with 7k. Everyone is actually really close. 7.5, 7.3, and then you got your 7s and 6.9s.
Yeah, but if you look at the bottom of the table, it's Baxter and Tibet really not performing in this map. Going 12 and 16 as a demo man, it's really not gonna cut it at this level. And if you contrast, you look at Ban, top performer probably in this series, top fragging, top damaging in the server.
Damn.
The players of R%, really stepping up when it matters.
Looking at the medics, we're gonna see that very, very unfortunate 2 drops coming in from Daylight.
Yeah. And if you even look at the heals and the Ubers, look at Ifan and you compare to Daylight, Ifan has 4,000 more heals and 5 more Uber pops then. Oof. Yeah.
Top med picks are gonna be Neva with 5 medic picks, Baxter with 5 as well, and Ban coming in with 4. Definitely the Solis, you know, for the side of R%, are just cleaning up the medics for the side of Luminaire, and that's definitely what's causing them to just not able to do anything without heals.
Yeah, it's just There's not much to say. As much as R% played it really well, the
Mhm.
Koreans lost it as much as R% won it, right?
Yeah.
They only had one mode of play, balls to the wall, super aggro, and when it wasn't working, they couldn't find a style that could adapt. Worse still, they were facing point deficits at both maps, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so really unfortunate that the Koreans are knocked out in this fashion, but
Yeah.
that's what happens when you come to this caliber of TF2. Name value and the historically how you've performed isn't gonna cut it. Anyone can win. So
Yeah, just the aggro
yeah.
plays coming up from the Koreans, just not enough, man. In the end, I guess violence doesn't solve everything. Oh boy, but yeah, your team that is going to be moving up to the lower bracket finals to face off against TCF is going to be R%. Luminaire. They put on a good show, but their journey in AFC 14 has come to an end. They are going to be the 4th place in the Div 1 bracket. R% will face off against TCF next week, and we're going to see who's going to move on and fight against Xiao in the grand finals in the week to come. So that's it for tonight. No third map. I am a little bit disappointed on how things turned out, but it was still really good TF2 coming up from both sides.
Yeah, it was exciting to
Yeah.
say the least. It was
Yeah.
fast paced. Everyone put their heart in. So the one thing that I can give credit to both teams is that no one lost their composure. Everyone stepped up to the plate, individually at least. No one lost their cool. Everyone just committed to that playstyle. Even if it didn't work in the end, they couldn't adapt. At least they all committed to it and they tried. So they're gonna be going home with that 4th place right now.
So
That's it.
it's congratulations are in order for Upper 7%, putting on a good show. Your solis are doing a massive bang up job, as are your scouts. Everyone played well, including the side of Luminaire. Shout out to you guys as well. Speaking of shoutouts, let's move on to shoutouts. Killed, please.
iPhone, I love you.
What a drastic 180 turn from yesterday's shoutout.
I'm done.
Okay, shout out to everyone who is hanging out with us inside Twitch chat. Shout out to Killed, of course, for hopping on the casting panel 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And yeah, shout out to everyone involved in AF Land once again. Shout out to the AF admins for keeping things rolling. And thank you all for hanging out. Good game and good night.
Thanks, guys.